Thank you all for joining. If you guys are interested in Saturday morning coffee, head on over to SaturdayMorningCoffee.chalones.com or hit in exclamation bracket to see all the action that's taking place. We'll be able to see the weapons loadout here, as I believe it's going to be Astrum in the orange and SUPERMEME taking off in the green.
Bitmap playing the K-Brella. I'm down for this. The Kent's Undercover is a really strong weapon.
You see Roy here on the left side of the map, at least trying to put on some pressure against the likes of SUPERMEME, but is going to get taken down in a 2v1. Now a 3v1, and Bitmap with a undercover umbrella coverage is able to at least put a layup on the board with that. That's going to be a quick take of the Rainmaker, pushing up into the 50-point marker. Stingray not able to quite get them until it's a little bit late there. Wokio able to get the splat at the 37-point marker there.
They still have one up there in their base, but with 2 down, that push might be dead for now. They just need to let this reset or grab and drop it off their plat before someone gets up here and picks it up again.
Yeah, Wokio here playing as cautiously as you kind of indicated there. Try to at least cover the ground in front of the Rainmaker. Wasn't able to quite do as much, but does have the player and their teammate able to support them there. And now Stingray is up and available to put out into what is an incredibly green middle of the map. Really intimidating for Astrum to really look down the barrel of again and see all that opponent ink. But, ooh, nice spot coming in onto the there and the SUPERMEME side. Stingray does come out now on the opponent's side this time. Jakey with that Stingray is able to help make sure that their team is able to keep this objective in the middle of the map in a position for the rest of the team to get back into the thick of things here.
Baller pushing up, trying to lead an opening here. I think that might have been a little bit too early. Maybe there's a miscommunication on the side of the team, because they pushed up there, I think, hoping that the Rainmaker would be coming with them, and then there was trouble in mid. As there so often is. Trouble in mid indeed, and that Rainmaker explosion is going to spell a little bit of that here.
SUPERMEME, Yoshi is waiting up on that wall looking for an opportunity to at least shark a Splat Summoner. Wasn't able to get it, and is going to repeat a little bit as wants to make sure he's at least covered by his teammates, but unfortunately for him, Aniki able to cover him with the Hero Brush. Now with that ink check coming on out, this could be the opportunity here for Astrum to be able to get a push going. Only one player located in no man's land to the left side of the map is able to get that Rainmaker push towards the wall, but unfortunately not able to get it over that. And that Stingray is going to be able to put a stop to the push. But will it be just for now, or will it be something that we see slowly but surely pushed on over time? A fight over towards the tree seems to indicate that maybe things will go in SUPERMEME's favor for now.
Yeah, so far what we're seeing is a lot of 2 down on the side of Astrum, and SUPERMEME managing to maintain most of their roster throughout the mid-fight and into a push. And a full wipe here on the side of Astrum, that's going to be just pushing almost straight to pedestal, if not game. Okay, yeah.
It looked like it was going to be game, but we saw 2 splat bombs seemingly happen. Honestly, that looked like kind of like, you know, Splatoon hacks. It kind of just happened frame perfect right next to each other, as those both teammates from Astrum were just, at that point, probably panicking like, we don't have time. We need to get something on the board. Fortunately enough, able to stop that Rainmaker. But again, really, if nothing else, the kind of story of this game has been SUPERMEME getting to the middle of the map, keeping it to the middle of the map, and if nothing else, having a lot of pressure in their opponent's side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of paint they have here is overwhelming.
Yeah, and certainly Astrum looking to turn that kind of around, but you know, fortunately enough for them, they were able to get at least one snipe off to the left side. Bitmap here by themselves here, located next to the Rainmaker, is going to have to watch out for an inkjet that is seemingly around them, trying to at least shark the spot in here. And that should be a splat for them here.
They're not trying to be cheeky.
Oh no. he tried, as he often does, but unfortunately not able to. Oh, this might be the opportunity, but again, the Stingray catching them. Every single time the Stingray has been able to catch them off guard here and make sure that Rainmaker doesn't get anywhere past the wall. But as soon as we say that, they finally get it past, are able to get it to the 48-point marker, but it's not just going to be, not quite going to be enough here with 30 seconds left to go, although that is a signal of hope that they are able to stick it to SUPERMEME when needed, but will it be done in their last 20 seconds of the map? I would wager no, honestly.
That's a triple.
Oh.
It's a triple.
Is that the quad?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
man. That
But
won't
a
be, but
triple?
that should be enough to end the game here. Stingray might be enough to at least force loss of the Rainmaker, but that will probably be it. No, the baller doesn't get onto the Stingray user, but that will be game. And that will be the first game going over the Super Meme in round 3 of Saturday Morning Coffee here. As we do have the second seeded team show exactly why they are the second seeded team here with a great, oh my goodness, just across the board, across the team, an overwhelming performance and presence over the opposition and looking at those KDs. So we'll see at least one player leave the room for now. Going into our second map here will be Clan Blitz on the Reef. Any thoughts on how, at least on your end, Leah, just how the first game proceeded and, you know, what to look out for? What maybe some keys for Astrum to be able to look for getting into game 2?
I mean, there was a lot of really good neutral game happening in that one, and the neutral game followed up by really aggressive pushes led SUPERMEME just to complete victory. If they can keep that up during Clan Blitz Reef, like, I don't know how good SUPERMEME is at Clan Blitz. I don't think I've ever seen them play Clan Blitz, and I know a lot of teams avoid Clan Blitz, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Is how oftentimes the decider of a Clan Blitz match is how much less a team likes the mode and has
Right?
to practice it, and it's less a testament to like the actual mode itself. But we'll see how it plays out here, at least with the new sub coming in on behalf of Astrum. I believe that's Pixel coming in for their side. That's a roster of 6. So they do have 2 subs available and ready to tweak their roster and the way they play from depending on map to mode and map to mode. But yes, to answer your question, that is a best of 3 happening here and throughout the 5 rounds of Swiss. Again, on round 3 here. And still 2 rounds of play left to go. And of course, as Swiss rounds often have it, the matches progressively get better and better with, you know, teams getting seeded more and more closely to the teams of their respective skill levels. So this match is already an indication of that, as both teams are relatively highly seeded. I believe SUPERMEME at number 2, Astrum at number 5, and the winners of these will probably move on to. I can imagine SUPERMEME probably playing against Low-Key if they do end up winning this next round. But frankly, we'll probably see them in top 8 anyway. So that's what, you know, we'll probably see.
I mean, SUPERMEME
on.
usually comes in with a strong showing, so I wouldn't be surprised looking at the teams we have listed here. Unless there's some surprise European ones, I don't know. Because that's frequently happened.
So we'll have one player left to ready up. I believe that's Aniki. Weighing their options here with 7 seconds ticking down here in the weapon choice screen. And that's should be it. Getting into game 2. Astrum needs to be able to win it here to be able to at least make sure, ensure that they can get to game 3. And it would be a big one for them. SUPERMEME is a solid team to be able to hold themselves up against and would be a testament to the strength of their team. We'll see how things play out here as we're going to go ahead and get this one started on the Reef here. And the weapon loadouts here, Eddie sticking with the Hero Brush, I believe.
Hydra. I love Hydra on this map.
Yeah, exactly. Because so often just being able to, especially on something like, well, I was gonna say, I mean, on different modes it might be more effective, but I think still on Clan Blitz able to open up and start leads often in a really effective manner. Pixel there.
I mean, Clan Blitz really requires that you push right up into the enemy's spawn almost, and having a Hydra sitting here overlooking the whole map, just pushing back everybody, is beautiful to watch.
It really is, and we'll see how effectively they're able to leverage that in the upcoming 4 minutes of play here, as we do see Jaggy here in that prime position, ready to spot out any players coming in on the behalf of Astrum. And my goodness, just taking out Roy from a mile away, able to really make sure that weapon is used to its fullest extent. Shaky there. Oh my goodness. Hearing the sound of just beautifully played on Jakey's behalf.
And I mean, this is why the Hydra is so dominant here, is you just sit them right under your basket, you can protect the basket from every possible angle with all of the tools at your disposal. It's nasty.
Yeah, and what we noticed there, even for Jakey, is being able to at least, sure, it's very hard to control a full 360 degrees of action, but what you're able to do is cover probably 270 degrees, and for the remaining 90 degrees, cover your back end, and even get a sensor on where the location of your enemy is if they do approach you in close one-on-one combat. And,
yeah, I mean, the only problem is that they're not as mobile, so they do have to sit back.
But we still see Jakey here. This is just kind of like, at least target practice, I suppose, at this point.
Just gonna sit back, take it easy.
Yeah, kind of just like the whole nature of set anymore in college. Take it easy with that play. But I mean, we do see Jakey with now football and more or less kind of obligated to, if not get into scoring position, at least get it to someone that can. But as soon as we say that, is able to get that football into the field goal, and that's a quick 30 points put on the board for the SUPERMEME side here, and that's an effective lead at that for sure.
Good timing on that throw, wow.
Whoa. Oh, we'll have to watch out here. Nobody to jump to, but they do have 2 footballs and an open field goal, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough here for the side of Astrum, and that's going to be them having to hold their hands up in the air and say, yep, we'll have to wait until another time. It's only a 10-point deficit on the board. That being said, though, the super jump does come in. Penalty has been erased. Will there be more done, though? I believe it is a player eliminated before the super jump could actually happen for SUPERMEME, so the lead should still remain at a 10-point deficit here.
Which is really good for Astrum. They needed that not to go any further.
Bitmap here, able to collect their bearings and the football at the same time. Ink Armor does go out in the face of Bubbles coming out.
Oh no!
Here. Defensive, but what is happening here? It had all of the potential and to really get a push going and eliminate at least 3 members on the behalf of SUPERMEME, but just sheerly not enough output coming in for those Bubbles.
Oh, that was sad to watch. Oh. All those footballs just left to die.
And conversely, a lot of footballs going in on the other end. Bitmap able to get a couple clans footballs and plenty of teammates taken out on Astrum's end. This should be the game. SUPERMEME, although it was looking rather doubtful for them, at least at one point in the map, it looked like maybe Astrum was able to give them some moment for doubt and pause, but no.
They had 3 or 4 footballs ready to go there, and that bubble push was looking so good. And I'm so sad now.
Who isn't sad, though? It's going to be at least the SUPERMEME side and V coming in with 9 splats, able to at least lead in conjunction.